That proper. All right, there we are. There we are. There we are, man. Listen, we're live. Good shit. Okay. So, my brother, listen, I don't know what to do with like the amount of retardation that's going on right now in the entire world. Because I feel like everybody is.
I agree. All of these people that are voting for Trump, I think that that's like really pretty dumb. Uh, it's obvious that like the economy is it's gonna fail. It's all gonna burn down. And why the fuck would you leave that in the hands of Trump when you could leave it in the hands of Kamala Harris for her to fuck it up?
I feel you. So, like, oh, bruh, listen. So, I went up and I took my kids out to the park today, right? And I don't know if you noticed, like my youngest son, he has like Down syndrome and shit, right? Like he was born. You know, remember how we talking about like the average IQ drop of kids during COVID is like 27 points. Remember how we talked
Hmm.
about that? Well, my kid's one of those kids, right?
Okay, yeah,
Yeah. So like, you know, what I mean, like he's 3 years old. He can't walk, can't talk. You know what I mean? He kind of just like sits there and does like crazy shit. But he's adorable, right? Like fuck, he's one of the cutest little monkeys you ever seen in your whole life. He's fucking big blue eyes and shit, and like super long, like dark brown hair. He's like Frank
yeah.
Sinatra-ish.
Does he have the like the squinty like Down syndrome eyes like this is
No,
kind
no,
of
they're
Asian?
big, they're big blue eyes. He's
Yeah,
adorable. He's fucking adorable, right? And
yeah.
so like I'm hanging out there, and like my girls are over here playing with like this other little girl that was like at this birthday party or whatever, and these two Mennonites come up, right? And well, like first it's just a lady, and the Mennonite lady has like cornrows in her hair or whatever, right? Which is weird just to start with, right? But then like she brought over her other daughter who like she was born during COVID too, and the little girl's deaf, right? So like she was also fucked up during COVID. And like we're sitting here talking, we get to talking about like politics or whatever, and she's like, well, if Harris wins, you know what I'm saying? Like we're kind of screwed. And I was like, well, you know, I'll be honest with you, I think both of them are kind of terrible, right? You know what I mean? She's like, I don't know what your politics are, and I was like, well, listen, I know my accent will tell you that like my politics are probably something in what they are, but you know what I mean, understand like I do love Trump, and I mean I think that's the way to go, but on the same level, I can't abide by the fact that JD Vance married like an Indian street shitting chick, right? And then sat here and like told everybody that he married her and wanted to breed with her to get rid of the genes that are our people's genes, right? And she's like, well, that's terrible. And I was like, yeah, I know, right? But I wanted you to know that, like, you know, like I'm out here and I'm like talking to regular people and I'm in the streets, the streets and whatnot. You know what I mean, having conversations with normal humans. And, you know what I mean, they're just like, this is not some shit that's just online. Like, everybody is kind of like just openly talking about this type of shit.
It's bubbling up. Yeah. I've heard some real life people talk about that.
I mean, this is just,
Um,
this is just a random bro. We're over here like hanging out with the kids at the park. You know what I
mhm.
mean? Right? Then a husband comes up, you know what I mean? Like a husband's over here, like, you know, talking to my son because again he's adorable, right? You know what I mean? Like you'll just, you know what I mean? And like, yo, like, yeah, he's like, man, listen, do you believe in Jesus? Are you a believer? And I was like, yeah, man, listen, you know what I mean? Like I'm a Christian, whatever. You know what I'm saying? Right? You know, and like, it's strange. You know what I mean? Because they all want the same thing that we want, right? In the end of the day, they all want like all of us to stand here. Like I was telling about like the whole idea of like communitarianism, all the things, and like all of them are 100% believers in all these things. They're like, what happened to that? We used to have that, right?
See, I actually I had one of my friends over tonight. He was like hanging out. He doesn't come over that often because he lives in a different city, but he was seeing his parents, and he stopped by my place for a couple hours. We started talking politics, and he was telling me he was like, "Hey, like I just think that we should have like more localized government, and probably there should be some like church-like institution that keeps the community together." And I was like, shit, man. I think you might be talking about communitarianism. It's like, shit.
Yo, listen, ain't that
It's
crazy
out
though?
there. It's out there, bro.
Yo, ain't that crazy? Like literally, like yo, motherfuckers, like this is like, bro, we are always ahead of the game. You know what I'm saying? Like always, we are always ahead of the game. Like I don't understand why it is that like people be trying to stay here and you know what I mean, like pretend like we're all crazy crackpots on the internet or whatever. You know what I'm saying? Like we are, you know what I mean, like like right where we are. You know what I'm saying? Like everything is like exactly what it's supposed to be. You know what I mean?
Sometimes it feels like there might be some avant-garde energy, that kind of shit. But um, I did want to bring this up. Like, I don't know if you saw this, but the other day, Trump came on. He was doing some speech, and he said, "Hey, we gotta import more legal immigrants, not the illegals, but we need more legal immigrants because." In order to rebuild America, we're going to need a lot more people, and especially with AI coming, we're going to need more people. That didn't make sense. Um, and that came out. And I guess he said that, and I think a lot of people have been like, "Hey, isn't that like not very Trumpian? Like, shouldn't I mean, why do we really need more people? Like, do we really need that? Drive up the cost of housing? Probably have to give them money or special jobs or whatever the hell. Like, do we actually need that? I don't know, but Trump said that we need them." And that actually, I think that is probably the most distasteful distasteful thing
No,
I've
man,
ever
he
heard
says
Trump
that
say.
shit all the time. He says that constantly.
No, he says, uh, "I'm against illegal immigration. I'm okay with regular, like legal immigration." But the fact that he said we need more legal immigration, like I don't think he's ever said that before.
You know,
That's
he has said that before.
I don't think that we need more any amount of immigration. Period.
He
Yeah,
has
I
said
mean,
this.
okay. Maybe you said that, and maybe I'm not clued into it. But I personally don't think that we need any amount of more immigration. I think that's bullshit.
Yeah, listen, I would 100% agree with you. All right, like 1,000,000%, I would fucking agree with you. Right, like I'm pro like just shutting the border the whole way down.
Big old sign. It just says "fuck off." We're full.
Yeah, like, we're good, bro. Like we're cool. I don't want no more of you motherfucking people to fuck in here for a minute. Let us square this away for a second. We need to get our shit together,
Dude.
right?
You know what? Especially from Europe at this point.
Mm. Yo, man, listen. I had to make that meme today, bro, because like I was thinking about it and I was like, dude, listen, like this needs to be done, right? Like 100%, like that meme of like the British thing I just made here a minute ago, you know what I mean? Because like I got home and like, I had to lay down for a little bit because I didn't get any fucking sleep and shit. Like I went out, so I got out of work yesterday and I went out and I went fishing for a little while, right? And like all of a sudden it just started downpouring, right? And I was like down this hill down by the river and shit, and I tried to climb the hill and I fucking fell. You know, it's completely just covered in mud, just fucking like from my shoulders the whole way to my feet, just fully covered in fucking mud, right? And fucking like. So, you know what I mean? Like, I was like, you know what, man, listen. And my baby's mom called me way home and she's like, yo, listen, you know what I mean? Fucking your kids won't sleep. And I'm talking to them. I was like, all right, daddy will come up, right? And I go up and I see him and, you know what I mean? I hang out with him, put him to bed, you know what I mean? I get like an hour's worth of sleep and then I fucking pop back up, right? You know what I mean? I fucking, I take them and, you know what I mean? Fucking, we go and do all the shit or whatever, right? And fucking, like, I head my ass back home and I get back to the crib and I pass out and I wake up and I'm like, bro, listen, I need to make this fucking meme, bro. Like, yo, real shit. This meme needs to be made with Lex Grossman yelling at the motherfucking British police going, how about I give you a fucking hobo's dick cheese? You know what I'm saying? Right. Yeah, like, that needs to happen. By the way, what up, TK?
Yo, what up, dude?
Yo,
So,
you on stream, just so you know.
yeah, I know. I just heard this dude saying that like Trump wasn't all about that legal migration. Like Trump is a dude who like in the same sentence will say that wages need to go up and the cost of labor needs to go down. Like that's just the type of dude he is.
I mean, I think that that's some fucking retarded shit. Like, how is it that you can benefit the American people while legally importing a whole bunch of people to replace us? It just doesn't make sense, especially in the context of AI.
Dude. He's not thinking about that.
Now,
Like,
yo, I think he's beholden to like a lot of donors. I think that's the problem, right?
Mm-hmm.
You know what I mean?
Nah,
Yeah, yo, real
I
shit.
think he's more beholden to donors in 2024 than he was in 2016. I can almost guarantee you that.
Uh, I think that he has always just agreed with whatever it is the last person told him. And yeah, that's going to be a lot more donors now. And like this isn't me defending
Well,
the man,
then
right?
that's a
But
whole bunch of more dumbass shit that he's going to be spewing.
oh yeah, yeah. Like don't get me wrong. Like I'm honestly kind of on the fence where to be honest, it would be really really funny to see what would happen, if they got Kamala over the line because like at as much as like our guys want to say that like Trump's gonna do all sorts of stuff with like the PayPal mafia to do something that we can, make moves and that type of thing. I think that if Kamala got in, like there's gonna be some opportunities on our end just because shit's gonna start like the wheels are gonna start like flying off at rapid speed. And I think that might honestly be more of an opportunity. I don't know.
I was thinking
Maybe
about this, right?
Yeah, a little bit of
Yeah,
accelerationism.
listen,
Let's go.
I was thinking about this, right?
it might just be because I want to like go full bore where, California style where they let us have like slave maids and I can have like
Okay.
a
All right.
little
All right.
Mexican broad that
So
can
I was
suck my
thinking
dick
about this.
and
All right. Yeah.
fucking
Listen. All right,
clean my room.
I was thinking about some shit, right? What up, Cappy? Right.
Hey,
So
Ken.
here's the mentality. Okay. The Ponzi scheme's up. Right, that's where we are right now. That's what I told this broad. I was like, listen, she complained about the racism, which is retarded, right? But I was like, listen, I mean, here's the thing. Like everything was cool when we were all making money, right? When everybody was making bank and everybody was growing and everybody had like a split level house and I mean, like we all had nice new cars and life was really good. We had decent fucking jobs and all these things, right? Like life was all right. But today, when like you're basically robbing the young to pay for the old, and like you can't, like they can't as a state, and this is like the big Italian school thing, is basically like you can't sit here and maintain power unless you honor all your promises, and you've made no promises to the young, right? But you've made tons of promises to the old, and they have to keep being able to support them. And if they don't, then like the young see that they can't support the old, and the old, I mean, notice that they can't, that they're starving, right? Like both sides suffer, right? So they have to keep doing what they're doing,
Well,
but they can't.
they made
Yeah.
a whole bunch of promises of behalf of the young to the old, but but the young people, they don't have any they got a ton of responsibilities, but I guess the young people got to pay for all the old people. But what promises do we have? We all know that Social Security ain't going to exist in fucking 40 years or whatever the hell. Like it's not a thing. What is the
So
benefit? Why are we helping out the system when the system is clearly not out to benefit anyone younger than 50?
so a couple of days ago, and I'll let you go, Cappy, after I spit this out. Um couple of days ago, and I know Tom's gonna cringe when I say this, was the 10-year anniversary of the big bad boogeyman of the internet, Gamergate, right? And I it's one of those things that it's made out to be a lot bigger deal than it really is. But I was listening to the distributist, and he pointed out that
God, that
the
guy sounds gay.
the distributist, I mean,
I like him. He just sounds kind of gay. Like that's facts.
oh yeah. His voice is 100% like homosexual. The dude grew up in California and then moved to Canada. Like you can't not sound gay.
Well, it's not just, he's
So
also a bitch. Like every time he hops on someone else's podcast, he just gets bullied.
yeah, but I, the dude is made to write essays. He cannot like hop into the rumble pit at all. Um, but
See, we
anyhow,
need to work together. Like, bro, like I can handle any of these motherfuckers who like he's going up against. right?
Right.
I could squabble out fucking, you know what I mean, Sitch and Adam and shit. Like, bro, like, listen, I'll chin check to both of those fucking incel sagging fucking faggots. You know what I mean? Like,
Oh yeah. Like the thing is with those guys, you just got to be like light on your feet. And I'm halfway understanding where distributist is. It's just that like I got bullied a shitload in middle school and high school, and so like if shit gets rough, I'll just rope a dope and just start throwing out insults and start calling people Jews and faggots and shit.
right?
And that
We've
that's
been
not
there.
the greatest strategy, but like
It
it's a
works.
lot better than just shutting the fuck down. Um Anyhow, the point that he was bringing up was that around 2012-ish, like right around Obama's second term, what started happening was around where like the Gamergate stuff started, was that the cathedral just stopped making offers to like white dudes.
Yeah, because
Like
fuck white dudes. They're awful.
no, like I understand where you're at, but like before that, you could still be like a trader. You could be like a hick lib, and you could like make your own money. You could get a job at a corporation, all this type of thing, where you could basically be a class trader as a white dude and actually make something of yourself. However, after about 2012 or so, like they pulled up that ladder and they decided that no, all this patronage network needs to only go to like the other half of the population at that point forward, right? And I think that's for a number of different reasons. I think part of it is like just that demographic shift where like women and minorities are just like too much of the boat to even let white dudes try to hop on board. And a lot of it's like you were saying where there's just not enough pie to get divvied up. Hey agent, I'm gonna let Cappy speak.
What up, Cappy?
Oh no, I had already forgotten what I was saying.
Oh, that's good.
Oh,
That's
shit.
good. By the way, what up, Rando Bat? How you doing, man? Nice to see you. Right.
Yeah, sure.
Yo, listen, bro.
Doing
We're on a fucking live stream, just so you know. Yo,
Nice. Oh, I can't say like, oh man. Okay, gotcha.
yeah,
Keep it
listen.
keep it safe and
the
civil.
the only one that'll get us banged is nigger, right? The rest of them we're fine with. You know what I mean? Like, like I literally just called some motherfuckers faggots a minute ago. Yeah, but this is my YouTube channel, so like it is what it is. You know what I mean? But yeah,
Yeah.
I completely I don't know if I really agree with you, right? Because like you could be like a homosexual white male and still like be cool in this system. You know what I mean? Like we've seen that a million times, and like me in general talk to him all general. Bradley, how many of them dudes have we conversated with in the past? You know what I mean? Like fucking year or so, just in the past week. How many of these fucking white dudes who are just pro system do we talk to almost every day?
No, there's a ton of them.
Programmer socks.
A
Yeah,
lot
I'm-
of them even want like government healthcare, government subsidized healthcare, welfare, like government housing, all this stuff. They're like completely pro system, and they want more system.
Oh, what up, King Yeti? Nice to see
Well,
you. man.
okay.
Takalaki.
To be
Sit
absolutely fair, I think that some of that might be because like they look like white dudes, but they're actually ethnically speaking German dudes, and we know that German dudes love the system. And there's a lot of Germans in America, like straight up.
And
Most Germans,
like
it's always Germans.
It is.
yeah,
Listen,
Yeah,
you're not allowed to talk. You're fucking Japanese, all right? Y'all are literally worse than everybody the fuck. Like, yo, the amount of terrible things that y'all have done is just, it's mind blowing, right? Like, we thought the Russians were some rapist ass individuals, but like, y'all, dog, like, yo, listen. And even afterward, after the war, bro, like, listen, like, y'all be making porn where you just rape chicks in a bus, right? You just a whole busload. Bruh, listen, like, our porn is terrible, but Like,
Well,
y'all,
that's-
this is ridiculous.
Yeah,
that's
yeah, but
that's why
like,
the
they-
Chinese that's why the Chinese are better than the Japanese. As an ethnic Chinese, I know how dirty the Japanese are.
I don't know, bro.
My
Like,
my
at
condolences.
some level, I gotta respect them, like, bringing vivisection to an art form. You know what I mean?
You got to respect
about the
that.
porn artist?
I bet you did a
You
lot
guys
of research on that,
You
didn't
guys
you?
hear about the
So
porn
much.
star who died of a? She was filming a bukkake film scene and actually choked to death on the semen.
well,
Yo,
like,
that is a dedicated whore right there, dog. Like, that is dedication to your craft. You know what I'm saying? Say what you want. That is dedication to your craft. It like
They erected a statue of her in Israel.
they erected a statue of her in
Sure.
Hollywood.
But to the to the last thing, the last serious point that was made, I do think that like if we notice, things have gotten shittier and more expensive simultaneously, which is kind of like, you know, like you can handle things getting shittier or things getting more expensive, but both at the same time, that's pretty rough.
That tends to
And-
be how it works, though.
True.
Yeah,
But
yeah.
I was thinking about this, and I'm like, well, you know what happened when Boeing decided to replace 50 male engineers with 150 Indian engineers, and their planes started falling out of the sky. They got lesser quality and they're more expensive. I think, the last thing I want to do is be racist here, but when you try to shoehorn productive white men out of a civilization and replace them with a whole bunch of people of color and women, then like, yeah, quality control goes down and shit gets more expensive to make. Like, it's predictable, and that's what we're facing right now. But of course, for some reason, we have to kick white dudes out of things. It's
Well,
good.
Tatsuaki, I
white-
was going to correct you, but like, listen, you know what I mean? Thank God you did it. Oh, by the way, King Yeti, I would never drive a goop car, like ever. All right, if anybody who drives a Japanese car, if I come to power, I promise you, don't be driving a Japanese car, because legitimately, like, yo, you will get hung for treason. That's my mentality.
Yeah, he
Right,
came up
right,
about in
real.
fucking cash for clunkers, man. He's still got PTSD.
I do. I miss my Pontiacs and my Oldsmobiles, bro. I do.
But
What do you
yeah,
mean you miss him? You fucking ran him. You ran him fucking dry in junkyard derbies.
Yo, man, listen, I miss having like American cars that costed like $300. Like, that was fucking amazing back in the day. And the receipts that felt like, I didn't know, like, if you've never sat in a American luxury car seat, you have no idea what comfort is. It's almost like being in a recliner, right? Remember like your grandfather's recliner that he used to sit in, and like every once in a while, you know what I mean, you'd hop in that bitch, you know what I mean, to watch something, and you just like, bro, listen, like, I should just take a nap right now. You're not even tired when you sit down, but like, you just immediately want to take a nap and shit, you know? Fucking.
You want to know why I drive a motherfucking Jap car, right? Because you motherfucking millennials ran these goddamn cars through like fucking $5 whores.
We were broke, all right? I don't know what you want me to do, okay? Like, you understand we were born and then like everything collapsed, okay? Just, we were born and everything just fell out from underneath. We had no choice but to just use everything to the last. We smoke our Newport to the butt like it's the last motherfucker left, because it might be, right? It might be the last one we'll ever have. We don't know, okay?
I mean,
I get it.
also, dem Japanese cars, they weren't that expensive, and they were fairly easy to repair. You know.
No,
Like,
they
they are.
weren't. They're really hard to repair.
Toyota
They're
was
made
big
for,
on
they're like General. They're easy for you because you got those tiny little Asian hands. All right, like,
Yes,
yo,
that is true.
I have American hands. Like, they don't fit inside of like a Honda motor. It doesn't work.
like, so here's part of the deal.
What up, Jason Wall?
If you're going as far as like percentage growth of GDP, the period from 2008 to, I want to say, 2019 had slower growth than the Great Depression, right? So, and this is a concept that I like to call the silent depression, because what happened was during this entire time, like, asset prices started going up, and all this type of thing. Through a bunch of these years, like after 2000, it's more often than not that like 40% of GDP growth is just from asset price appreciation, which is just inflation, by the
Yeah, it's
way.
literally just money printing.
Right, right. So
Right.
like,
I was thinking, like, yo, this is a way they could continue to have this keep operating, right? But like, they'd have to be real targeted with it. If they just give millennials and like Gen Zers money to open businesses and just fund their business, right? They could keep the economy going in perpetuity.
yeah, the problem is that like so few of them, like so few of us actually have skills because like at the same time here we had like the student loan bubble thing going on, and we had the boomer generation like going through the pipe. So you have the combination of those two things going on, so that like for what you want to say 30 years the entire American system didn't actually need to train anyone with any of the actual skills to keep the fucking system going. Um, and matter of fact, like what ended up happening is that the education system ended up being just like a parking lot for human beings where you can put them there and they're technically not unemployed if they're students, right? Like that's the whole thing with the NEET acronym is not an education
Employment
uh
or training.
or training, right?
Yeah.
So like you just expand out education to like all sorts of bullshit, and you can just like make all sorts of the population that is
Well,
honestly not doing anything
and
productive.
and if you're in the government and you have a whole bunch of people that are getting educated, then it makes it look like your numbers are good because you don't got neats. You got a whole bunch of people that are educating themselves in pointless bullshit.
Oh yeah.
Yo, that's actually going away too, right? Like literally,
Mhm.
like these colleges are giving that shit up as well, right? Like the
I
colleges are closing down these underwater lesbian basket weaving courses and shit, right? Like
Oh, travesty.
I know it is, man. You know, like it just created such good amount of females who made OnlyFans content, you know, and baristas who, you know, I never saw. But like, yo, we needed that in our economy. You know, what are we gonna do with all these simps if they, you know, have OnlyFans broads? You know, what I mean, like I hear stripping for their college tuition money.
That's what I'm getting at, right? You know, fuck like giving millennials and Gen Z all this business opportunity. If you want to keep them quiet, make bitches great
No,
again.
it's not. It's not that. It's not that. I mean, just as a whole, like the
No,
entire,
no.
like, okay. So here's the thing: the only people opening businesses are like immigrants, right? Because like the immigrants haven't figured out that the system fucking hates them and wants, you know, what I mean, to just rape them as a whole, right?
They also get like special loans and shit.
Well, that too, right? But and also they don't pay any taxes for the first like 5 years, so like it's easy to like stand here and you know what I mean, you know, fucking open a business when you don't have to pay any fucking taxes. But again, if like you know, they could run a Ponzi scheme for a little while, you know, it wouldn't work. I mean, it would work short term, but I was thinking about it. You know, I mean, that's the only way that any of this could actually continue to operate because there's no way that this continues to go.
Well, wait, Pnoid. Actually, I get a great idea because we can keep this going, may not forever, but at least for a little while.
What do
If
you
we
got?
simply import the entirety of the third world and money print, we can keep it going for a while. Maybe
How?
another
Explain how. Wait. Explain how.
GDP will go up. GDP will go
Well,
up.
okay. Here's the thing, right? If we can keep importing a whole bunch of the third world, we can put them into debt. We can make imaginary money off of the theoretical debt that they have. We might be able to keep this bullshit Ponzi scheme going for another 10 years, and by that time, a lot of the boomers will be dead. So fuck it, it doesn't matter, right? Like that's my mentality.
Well,
Yeah,
at
yeah,
that rate,
and
why
we'll
don't we
just
just
import everything, so it doesn't matter that like we're just like exporting all of the inflation, because like the world wants us to inflate the
again,
dollar way
why
worse
don't we
have-
just
than it
become
is.
the Romans? Like, why don't we just make everybody our bitch?
Because
Yeah, that's the only
We
other way we
could.
could do it. That's the only
We
other way we could do it.
could.
Yeah,
That's
listen,
probably
if we-
better.
Yeah, that would probably be our best option right now, is just to go full empire and just start taxing the rest of the world.
Hmm.
I mean, part of the problem there is that we've kind of like completely alienated the entire martial class. Like, I'm not gonna lie. You're Tom, you linked a video called like was neoliberalism inevitable? And one grenade I just kind of tossed into the comment section there was, you know, how much of the issue with like blaming Reagan and blaming Thatcher and this type of thing, how much of that issue is like just applying great man theory of history to the period of time right after we had 2 world wars where we killed off all the great men?
I mean, I don't think that's true, right? I honestly don't think that's true. I think I don't think that's true. I think what happened was, right, is that like
I'm
we
not saying it's all of it.
No. Again,
saying
like
it's
I think the guy, like the reason why I put that video in there is because he makes a really good point that like I hadn't really thought of, right? And that's that you have to have the unions there, right, in order to like extract the amount of the like a portion of the profits for the like the middle class. And it's not a lot, right? It's like 5 or 10%, because that's really the shift. It was like back in the day we got like the working class people got, you know what I mean, like 53%, right? And then like the upper class got, you know what I mean, like 47%. And now it's down to like 45% for us, and like, you know, like 55% for them. So it's only like a 10-point swing. It's not that big of a thing. But if you can just have that extra 10% going to like the middle class and the normal people who do everything, then they participate in society, and your society operates normally as human beings, right? Because everybody's like, listen, you know, the better this shit does, the better it is for us. You know what I mean? And everybody's cool because you're sharing, right? And it's not even like everybody has to be in union, but it has to be at least like 20 or 30% of the population has to be in a fucking union and actually be able to like negotiate for their own profits and take their share. That's the reason why I put that video in there.
I do think that like 10% swing is a little bit understated though, because like the amount that the labor is just diluted due to the importing of
I mean, that's just
labor
growth.
force.
That's just natural growth, man. Like fucking, you know, I mean, it's what it is. You know, fucking whether or not, like, if we kept the birth rates up, you know, I mean, it would be the same amount of people if we didn't have immigration.
Right. But like,
and that was something I was going to ask too,
thing.
right? That was something I was going to ask General.
No.
Wait. That's what I was going to ask General too, right? Like General. So like, yo, listen, we import the entire third world, right? Like, where's everybody going to fucking live? I feel like that's a bit of an issue.
Well, that's why I think that's why I think we need an exchange program. For every Somalian we import to America, I think that we should colonize America with one of ours.
Colonize somewhere. Where are we going to colonize? Like, I've been thinking about that.
Colonize Somalia with one of ours. Like, they come over to America, we send one back, and we got more people. So eventually, Somalia becomes our land, and now we own it. Fuck you.
So you want to reverse Rhodesia?
So here's my plan. All of these like vassal states of the American Empire that are like dying already, and they're dead effectively right now. What we do is we just pull a Chad move, and we say, okay, Japan, Taiwan, all of like Western Europe, you know, the UK, all of these types of places, we're taking all your females. All your females under 30, we are just like importing them, and you can go pound sand.
Yeah, why the fuck we importing all the dudes? Why can't we be importing the pussy? I would much prefer that.
I mean, like, because the government knows like what we already know, right? Which is that women long term are a tax liability.
Right. And what would happen is, like, if we 100% like got it up to, say we got like a 70% to 30% like female to male population ratio. What's going to happen is that like the tax burden's going to be too high, and it's going to actually get to be the point where like some auto mechanic will actually be able to compete with Uncle Sam's money printer, and then shit's going to go sideways really quickly.
You can't have that.
It's also not really. It's not intellectually honest of you, General, because you have yellow fever.
I
He's
mean,
got
okay, I
yellow
mean,
fever. He's got yellow fever.
look, I mean, there might be some perverse incentives behind that, but look, we could import some nice yellow pussy, but instead we're importing a whole bunch of brown dick. I mean, it doesn't make sense.
yeah,
It sounds
yeah,
like a win-win situation for you.
I was
Like-
I was in a Discord last night, with motherfucking Cappy and some like Swedish / Irish dude, right? Fucking like he was a Swedish guy who had moved to Ireland. And like this dude was telling me he had asthma, bad knees, and he was allergic to peanuts at like fucking 27 years old, right? And like, yeah, he's like, look, one of my eyes is the wrong color, and I'm missing one because when I was born, I was fucked up or whatever. And then like on top of that, like I fucking, you know what I mean? Like, yeah, look at all these issues. And I was like, bro, listen, what it sounds like is that like your entire country is inbred. Like maybe it wouldn't be a bad thing to have you motherfuckers like literally just, you know what I mean, get some fresh motherfucking blood in that fucking pot. You know what I mean? Because you're gonna end up, you know what I mean, just like with a whole bunch of like retarded people and shit. And that doesn't seem positive.
Wait, a Swedish guy said that?
Yeah.
Or a Swedish guy was that?
Yeah.
Yeah.
Cappy was
Yeah.
it.
Yeah, the Swedes are, I mean, at this point, they're kind of the cucks of Europe, right?
You're not wrong.
Yeah.
I mean,
I
you
mean,
do
they
kind of
are.
have the issue where like they're right on that border between like Eastern Europe and Western Europe, so they ended up getting really fucked up in the world wars, and then on top of that, like shitload of them moved out, especially out in my neck of the woods. Um, there's a bunch of Swedish communities out like in the I'm gonna say Midwest, but you know what I'm talking about, like out in the grain
Actually,
belt and this type of place, and none of them are real inbred, even though they're real insular communities that don't really have any fresh blood in them. I think what just happened was that like a lot of it is just you it's not necessarily an inbreeding thing. It's all the people left there are old, and old people having kids is a massive issue.
Yeah,
Nah.
so now they're getting they're importing a whole bunch of Muslims to fuck their wives on their behalf.
No,
To
yo, that's not it. Yo,
solve
but
the
again,
inbreeding
again,
problem.
No. Again, that's not it. Like, so
With-
me
with
and General,
grenades and semen.
General, like, can you explain to him like about like how small the human gene pool is? Me and you talked about this like fucking like a few months ago. Remember that shit?
Oh, I mean, yeah, we went through a similar bottleneck as the cheetahs did. We actually have compared to most animals, I think we have a much smaller amount of genetic diversity. But we did spread out to different nations a few tens of thousands of years ago, so we do have that amount of diversity for us.
Right. I'm aware. At some point in time, the human population had less than 200 breeding females. Right. That that's the that's the hypothesis you're going with, which
Mhm.
near as I can tell, that is true. Couple of different things. Number one, there's a bunch of different hominid species that humans
That we had sex
actually-
with.
Yeah, reintegrated with. Like there's this weird like long-fingered one in India that they interbred with, which is why like all Indians are like twigmen. There's
The three most commonly named ones are the Neanderthals, the Denisonians, and there's this they call it like the African ghost species, I guess, and like that's a third one. But actually, it is an interesting thing though, because some people, they might think, well, we had this genetic bottleneck. We got down to like a very few number of people. We had a very small population. We didn't have a lot of genetic, I guess, diversity, right? But actually, smaller the smaller a population is, the more affected it can, like the more it can be affected by uh, natural selection, Darwinian evolution, genetic drift, all that kind of stuff,
And can we
mutation rates.
can we also discuss the fact that like we just had what like a fucking an eight motherfucking like a 8 multiple of our fucking population happen over the past 100 years?
Yeah, exactly. So actually, because we started from a smaller population, actually, uh, evo- Darwinian evolution tells us that starting from a small population can actually lead to a more diverse population when it expands from that small number. Actually, like
But
there
the
might be
amount,
huge population differences between disparately.
but wait, the amount of chances for mutations as you end up like upping the opportunities for mutations that happen end up becoming a thing.
Yeah, especially when you're down regulating the selection pressure. Like for example, the most common one is and me and you have battled this out before, Pnoid, but I am gonna die on this particular hill. It turns out that one of the highest percentage causes of mortality in childbirth for women is obesity. And so,
I still don't think
like,
you're right about that.
Yo,
yeah,
fat bitches got fat pussies. So
Right,
shouldn't they
right.
be able to push that kid out better?
Yeah. Like, listen,
No,
that's why
like,
all fertility gods, like pre motherfucking 1800, were literally all fat chicks. Number one, and number two, like it was never, ever, like fucking
you're just
positive
wrong
to
on
have
this.
a skinny broad. Like yo, go look at the ideal woman in 1950, bro. She has a tummy. She is not a fucking skinny ass little rail. She has
I
big
am
thighs
not
and hips.
saying fucking anorexic, you goddamn retard. I
Okay,
am saying obese. Obese is different.
Again,
Like,
obese women
yo,
just push
like-
out babies like they're taking a shit.
that
Okay,
is
horm-
only
hormonally-
in modern fucking medicine where they cut them open like fucking cesareans.
Again,
Yo, like-
no.
Well, you can't do a cesarean section on a fat chick because it's too much to dig through. You just can't do it.
Okay, but like
Actually,
Also,
there's an unfortunate like size of the population that actually can't, like, they're like pit bulls at this point where they can't give birth naturally because cesareans have become so ubiquitous in some instances that like it has it has removed the selection pressure for having like childbearing hip width, which does not, like, big boned does not mean fat people. Like,
Yo, this is actually some shit that JFG could get in on because he was talking about this like 3 years ago.
oh yeah.
Yeah.
Like this is something that we've seen coming for like decades at this point. Like just kind of like the population collapse thing where people were saying that like we're gonna have like the population bomb going off in like the 80s and 90s, but like in the 80s and 90s you can be like, oh, like fertility rates are collapsing alongside like female education. That's why all the propaganda that we were seeing, like including like for example Christopher Hitchens, he would say that if you want to get the population under control, you educate the women. Well, like where's the limiting factor there, bro?
There is
Like,
none.
exactly. Uh, this is why you have like Iran, Persia, all these types of places where they still have decently strong communities. They still have their traditional religions, but they have all these broads with like engineering degrees who I don't know if you've ever seen an Iranian woman, but they are hot as fuck. But even with all that being the case, they're not having any kids.
I
Yeah,
have a question.
because you don't educate your woman.
I mean, again, like first off, it's urbanization, right? I mean, it's the
Well,
modern.
like,
It's so like
urbanization
when
and education go hand in hand.
I remotely agree. Yeah, I agree with that somewhat, right? I mean, I don't 100%
How
agree
many?
with that.
How many women? How many women are they adopted feminism. They decided to work a 9 to 5 in some fucking cubicle, and they report being unhappy. How many women in the Western world are like that? I think it's probably quite a few. Like, I know that all day women want to be educated and they want to work a 9 to 5 in some bullshit cubicle environment. But is it possible? Is it possible that maybe women don't know what the fuck they want, and actually they'd be happier not being educated and not working in a cubicle? Like, I'm just saying.
I would argue that something like 80% of the population, regardless of sex, doesn't know what the fuck they want.
Yo, listen.
So,
So like, all right.
Nah,
So,
all
like,
men know they want pussy. Come on.
Okay,
No,
wait.
no, like,
Before we're too far from this, what exactly causes genetic mutations? Like,
Lots
as
of
a
things.
whole.
Lots of fucking
and yo,
things.
it's mostly environmental, right? Like for the vast majority of it is fucking environmental, right? I mean,
So
actually,
why
all
do
of it
blue
is
eyes
environmental.
exist?
It's environment, right? So like the lighter the pigment, the motherfucking like the more reflection you get from the light coming in, right? So like if you live in like a snow fucking like found area, it's almost like having like snow blinders, you know what I mean? Because like the ground's super bright in the fucking wintertime
Then
and
why
shit.
come to the Black Sea?
Because it snows inland there
Mm,
and in the
that's-
mountains.
I guess that's fair.
Yeah, right.
Okay,
So
thank you.
yeah, no problem. Right. All right. So like it's almost all environmental, right? And the problem is, and this is the big thing, right? The largest genetic diversity in the world is in Africa, right? And the reason is because those are the people who are still attached to this thing called the Earth, right? That we live on, right? And the Earth causes you to have to like evolve and adapt to like it, right? Because when you don't have modern devices to like like a bulldozer to plow over your fucking land and like clear it out and then put yourself inside of a fucking house, right? You know what I mean? Like you actually had to like survive, and you had to develop things and be able to survive in whatever environment you're in, whether it's a jungle or it's a savanna or whether it's a cave system or a mountain structure. You had to learn how to survive in that, and then you had to learn how to like eat the things that are around you and deal with the parasites and all these type of things. And all these things called genetic diversity. And then like half of your fucking DNA is like viruses and shit and all this type of stuff, right? I've been like paying attention to General when he talks.
Well,
right?
because also what we need to realize is white people don't season their civilization.
yeah. Like part of the part of the quote unquote diversity that ends up happening in Africa also is that like
Earth.
Earth.
It's the Earth though.
Like, bro, like
It's the Earth.
Okay, shut the fuck up.
It's the Earth though.
Like what happens is that.
Yeah, I made a map. I made a
Okay,
thing.
how
It's
about you shut the fuck up
ERTH.
and let me make my goddamn point?
ERTH,
Okay, so
bro. I made a video.
ERTF.
Yo,
ERTF.
It got 20,000 views, bro. It just literally like it's globe spinning. It says ERTH on it, and I just needed it for like a thing, bro. And I uploaded it because I needed it for another video.
I like Earth. It's just ERF. Yo, it's the Earth.
Earth. What up, Ivan? Right. Yeah, listen. I'm sorry, TK, if you're mad. I apologize, man. Listen, we got to keep this bitch entertaining somewhat. It can't all just be educational material. You know what I mean? Because we do have other things to get to on this live stream as well. Like I wanted to cover Subway closing down. Did you hear about what's going on with Subway, General?
Wait. So I actually like Subway. Why is
you
Subway
shut
closing
your
down?
fucking goddamn goy slop eating mouth, I swear to God. I will come down there to Tyson's Corner, find you and beat you savagely. I swear to Almighty Christ, you say those words ever again.
Subway isn't that bad, but like
I will stab you too, you
Make your-
motherfucking Japanese motherfucker. You
No,
goddamn
no.
zipper-headed bitch. You fucking say
hear
them
me
words again on my fucking live stream. I will drown you in the goddamn Fukushima ocean, and you will come up as a toxic Avenger. Do you understand?
Hear me out.
Hear me out on this one.
Hear me
right?
out really quick. I'm sorry.
Okay. So wait, I just came to the realization that fucking Subway is like Subway is to like Philly like hoagies and shit, like what Taco Bell is to fucking Mexican food.
Yeah.
Yeah, but we all like some Taco Bell now and again.
No, I just take Miralax.
Yeah, I agree. Yeah. Listen, I haven't
It's a
had
good- it is
Taco
a good
Bell
idea.
in probably like 5 years minimum. No, wait. I did have some Taco Bell with a biddy like fucking 4 or 5 months ago when I was up north getting some tires on my car. I wouldn't do it again, to be honest with you. That shit was fucking disgusting.
Nah, dude. Okay, look,
All right,
Taco Bell.
Listen.
Taco Bell is not good food.
It's
It
not
doesn't
even
make you
food.
feel good.
It's not food. Stop
But
saying
it
the
is-
word food.
It is
make
kind of
it for
tasty.
alcoholic
It is
college
kind of
kids.
tasty, especially if you're drunk. Yeah, if you're drunk, dude, Taco Bell is the shit.
If you are shit-faced,
No, it
hammered, falling down drunk, it's still not food, but it will put like substance in your belly, right? It'll put in like let's
it will
get
help
back
with
let's
that.
get back to Subway, all right?
All right.
Let's get back to
sorry.
Subway
Yeah,
for a minute.
okay.
All right. So first off, their yoga mat made fucking bread, right? Which literally, the bread has the same ingredients as a yoga mat, right?
How the fuck is that possible?
It doesn't. It doesn't.
It does
but
too.
it's not good bread. Every time I go to Subway, it's fucking stale.
No,
It's
I wanna
they
hear
always
his
give me stale
reason.
bread.
Why do you say that it's the same ingredients as a fucking yoga mat?
Because it does. It literally is made out of the same stuff as a yoga mat, right? First off. Secondly, right?
Yo, I need receipts.
I don't care.
A
Right?
yoga mat. A yoga mat is made out of molecules, and so is Subway bread. Like fucking get with the picture.
Hold up,
Fair.
man. Listen, Subway
The
bread.
scientist said so.
Subway bread isn't even bread. It's considered cake because of how much sugar it has in it.
Didn't the fucking food theorist channel debunk that like a couple of years ago?
It was Ireland. It's just it comes from the like Ireland saying that it's.
Nah, I'm pretty sure
it's
it's made out of like some flour, some fucking sugar, some yeast. You know,
Wait, so you guys
no,
don't
it
put
has,
Nutella
like,
on your Subway
stuff.
bread?
What?
I
Since
mean,
you-
look, the only thing I know, I'm not a
Here,
oh,
look,
okay.
look,
You know
look,
it's
look,
streaming.
look. Subway, no more yoga mat chemical in our bread.
fuck.
Yo, I'm not playing, dog. All right, listen, it is not real bread.
Okay, but what is that? What is that fucking chemical though? Like, what if that? Like, I don't know what that chemical is.
All right, hold up.
What is this yoga mat
Yoga
chemical?
mat chemical.
The ingredient azodicarbonamide is
Oh,
approved
well-
by. Yeah, it's a bleaching agent and dough conditioner. Published with 500 products containing the chemical. Little Debbie honey buns, Pillsbury toaster strudels, many items. Shared at McDonald's, Burger King, and Starbucks. Chemicals also used to make yoga mats. Tony Pays, Subway chief marketing officer, told us that the chain has started phasing the ingredient out late last year, and the process should be completed.
Okay,
by this
so it
week.
shares one ingredient with yoga mats.
Listen, you should not share any ingredient with a fucking yoga mat if you're making bread.
Yo, everyone. That server got raided. Join. Another just joined. We have a perpetrator. We have a snake. We have to cull the serpents. We have to destroy.
Hey, what's going
the
on, Siphon?
fucking-
How you doing,
Siphon,
buddy?
what up?
What's
Yo,
up?
Siphon, we're live
Yeah,
streaming,
yeah.
just so you know. Right.
Yeah, okay.
That's
We're on high alert in the server.
Azodorcarbonamide.
We're on high alert. Okay, ladies and gentlemen, join my server once again. Hello, everybody. It's me, Siphon. I was here from
Hi,
the previous show. Okay, everybody.
Hey,
Listen,
Siphon.
okay. The people who you trust, they're not always as they seem. Okay, that's my final message for now, for
Oh
tonight.
shit!
I agree, bro. Listen, not
Alright,
everything
everybody.
is as it seems. Right.
Not everything
Yo,
is as you have to dig
yo,
deeper. Okay.
Remember to trust Siphon on the fact that people aren't trustworthy.
Yeah,
Exactly.
man.
Yeah. Anyway.
Yo,
With that,
like what
I
you
gotta
did.
go.
Yo, peace, my brother. Right, yo, fucking yeah. So anyway, back to what we were talking about. Yeah, so Subway's closing down. Okay, first off, I go into like places that have Subways or like there'll like be a Subway somewhere or whatever. Why does Subway always smell like a hobo's dick cheese, like chlorine, bleach, and feet? Why?
Okay, I have the answer.
It smells like shitty bread. Come on, it's not that bad.
No. Listen. I have been in a lot of restaurants. Right? Like I worked in restaurants. Remember, John? Like I spent a lot of time working in restaurants. And then when I was a kid, my dad was an HVAC tech, so I spent all the time in restaurants. I have never in my life smelled a restaurant that smells that fucking bad. Like, I've worked in like Burger Kings where literally, which by the way, you know how Burger King puts a smoky flavor in their fucking shit? They run it through like a chain motherfucking furnace where they have a chemical that they pour in that fucking like has like chemical smoke shit. And they pour it in like a vat underneath of it and they burn this, right? And they don't even burn it. It's not even like fucking like real flames. It's just like heated and then like they fucking smoke it with like this heated pan. Yeah. Of like this disgusting chemical shit.
It's chemical smoking, and actually, whenever you go to the grocery store and you get like smoked ham or whatever the fuck, it's usually going to be the chemical smoking. It's not going to be genuinely smoked.
Yeah. That's why I don't eat that shit. Right. Anyway, right.
I mean, it's probably good for you. Yeah.
Yeah, it's probably bad for you. Right. Like, and I'll be honest with you, I always think like ham tastes like fucking pee anyway. So like, I can't. You know, I fucking can't do that shit.
Bro. You don't like ham?
Nah. Like, listen, I like ham when it's like real ham. Like, I go buy it from like a butcher or like an actual like a farmer or something. But I will never buy it from like a store.
This is fair.
Yeah.
But like, as to why it smells so bad in the Subway kitchens, it's because they hire like people that get rejected from fucking McDonald's, right?
I was gonna say that.
The only like we had an incident at the local Subway, right, where some black bitch fucking stole like 10 grand by like she overclocked her hours, right? Like they hire the most vile fucking people that like smoke crack in the back. That is why Subway smells like fucking dick, cheese, and feet.
Nah. Listen. Just in general, that's what the restaurant smells like everywhere. Like, just their food smells. So, like, okay,
it's company.
Yo, all right, Cappy. I know you've like walked by or been near like a real restaurant, right?
Probably.
Yeah, like you've been like out back at like a pizza shop or like a fucking McDonald's or a Wendy's or something, right?
Yeah, I wouldn't call McDonald's a real restaurant, but
listen, it makes like fucking meat and whatnot. Okay, have you ever like walked by one of these places like that fucking stinks? Have you ever done that? Ever been by a restaurant like I don't want to eat, right? Every time I go, like I walk by the local taco shop and I have to stop myself from going, Bradley, listen, I need to go in there and get some tacos, right? Because like I don't need to be eating tacos all the time, right? But like, listen, restaurants smell good when you walk by. Right, because they cook food, and the food smells good. You walk by a Subway, and it smells like it's the foulest fucking smell I've ever smelled in my entire life. They smell like burnt yoga mats and shit.
I seen too many women for that to be true.
Oh, you're all right. Listen, you're not wrong. Okay, like I have smelled worse things, but like I smell dumpsters in the projects in summertime, right?
This is fair. This is fair, right? But like, I don't know, man. Maybe it's like it's all a laundering scheme, Like they're actually just importing fucking like European cheeses.
Okay, look, that could be the case. Maybe it's just high quality blue cheese that they're importing, but
they don't even have blue cheese at Subway.
That's the point. They can't. Otherwise, it'll be too suspicious.
I'll stab you in the face. I swear to God.
They can't have shrimp either, but
okay.
Shrimp for a little bit. That was okay.
Oh, dude, I would never fucking eat Subway shrimp. I learned that lesson when I was 19, because I've always loved like the shit out of lobster. And I found out that Golden Corral was doing like a $4 lobster deal.
I'm sorry.
I know. I was dumb. I was 19. I didn't know what I was getting into. I got some Golden Corral lobsters, $4 per tail, which tells you something is fucking up. And I got I was sick for a week after that. Like my guts didn't work right. Same way you don't get shrimp from Subway. Everybody knows that.
Why don't when like you eat bad shit? Why is it never like the fucking parasites that like fix your body like Futurama? You know what I'm saying? Why is it never them ones? Right? Like it'd be so nice if I ate like a fucking gas station sushi joint and like fucking all of a sudden now like my body just repairs itself and I have a 6-pack and I can play flute really well. That'd be fucking great. You know what I mean?
Evolution messed up on that one, man.
I agree.
Wait. I know why Subway's going out of business. Ever since fucking Jared came out as a chomo, right?
Okay.
They lost the mandate of heaven.
I mean, I feel
Right,
like
they-
it's, you know, like it wasn't going down like after Jared, right? It just, this is more of, I think, and like, I think it smells bad, number one. Number two, it's, you know what I mean, like fucking just an awful place to eat. Number three, Ozempic, right, is like becoming more ubiquitous.
That might be a major cause, actually, the Ozempic push.
Right? Yeah. I mean, number three, it might be, you know what I mean, like the amount of human beings who are stopping at like fucking, you know, like toll plazas to get like fucking food is down because human beings just aren't driving as far as they used to drive, you know?
Yo, actually,
hold up.
wait. Think about that, right? It's like if you're on Ozempic, right?
Mhm.
You're probably only eating like one meal a day because you know whatever. And so if you're gonna eat one meal a day, are you gonna eat like a Subway sandwich, or are you gonna eat like a Big Mac? You know, like if I were on Ozempic, I only wanted to eat one meal a day. I'm gonna eat a Big Mac. Fuck whatever Subway has to offer. Yo, actually, I think what if Ozempic is actually a player here?
Is Ozempic really that prevalent?
A lot of people have started taking Ozempic in the last couple of years.
Yeah, I
know-
met
I know, like,
broads up in the
celeb-
mountains on fucking Ozempic.
The fuck?
Mhm.
Yeah, it's probably going to cause cancer someday, but you know, fuck it. You know,
Yeah,
what
it's
does it
gonna
matter?
cause like super cancer or some shit.
Yo,
Yeah.
fuck that shit. I'm sticking with good old lung cancer.
Yeah, I kind of agree with you.
Hell yeah, dude. What's the best appetite suppressant? Smoking cigarettes. Yeah.
You're not wrong. You're not wrong.
Yeah, man, fucking banging out with a cup of fucking some kind of caffeine and like 2 cigarettes, man, that's a 10-hour shift right there.
Mm. You're not wrong, right?
All right.
So like,
So,
yeah, all right. So
Tommy-
there's that. Oh, okay. So we also had to get into like
Britain.
what up,
Britain?
Britain? Yeah.
Yeah, let's talk about Britain. I got a lot of things to say about that.
Listen, so I done like made a meme. You know what I'm saying, right? Right.
Force of the law of people.
Wait, I made a meme on this one because like I had to make a meme on this one. Like there was no fucking choice, right? Like if I didn't make a fucking meme, right? I don't know like what would have happened, right? So like, listen, I'm just that's like, you know.
Force of the law of people. And whether you're in this country committing crimes on the streets or committing crimes from further afield online, we will come after you.
Fuckface. First, take a big step back and literally fuck your own face!
Being a keyboard warrior does not make you safe from the law. You can be guilty of offences of incitement, of stirring up racial hatred.
I don't know what kind of pan-Pacific bullshit power play you're trying to pull here, but Asia Jack is my territory. So whatever you're thinking, you better think again. Otherwise, I'm gonna have to head down there, and I will rain down on a godly fucking firestorm upon you. You're gonna have to call the fucking United Nations and get a fucking binding resolution to keep me from fucking destroying you. I am talking scorched earth, motherfucker. I will massacre you. I will fuck you up.
There are numerous terrorist offences regarding the sort of publishing of material.
Oh,
All of those offences are
I
in
don't think
play
the stream can see it.
if people are provoking hatred and violence on the streets, and we will come after those individuals just as we will physically confront on the streets the thugs and the yobs who are causing the problems for communities.
Oh wait, I got a better idea.
Tom, I'm also
How about
watching.
I
I don't
send you
think
a
it can be
hobo's
seen.
dick cheese? No. In the meantime, and as usual,
Okay.
go fuck yourself.
Like that's my mentality at the moment is literally you want to go see it, go to my fucking live, go to my fucking channel, go watch it then, right? Fucking goddamn pussy.
Oh, it was time to late. All right, sorry, my bad.
Yeah.
Also, also this other guy's bad. Yep, 100%.
Yeah.
So we can't throw tea into the harbor now. What are we doing next?
I mean, like, listen, you know,
Coffee?
I really think we should probably go
Starbucks.
Starbucks. I mean, they're not. It doesn't come from Britain.
We should start war with California. I'm down for
Jaguars, Aston Martins.
it.
Chinese steel.
We could just gather up the British and throw them into the ocean.
Or the Germans would probably be the better bet.
I'm saying.
What are the British like at this point?
Bad teeth, tea and crumpets, and a bunch of Muslims fucking their wives.
I got an idea. How about we start like a transport network from Gaza to Britain?
Oh no. God. This is like fucking like Kazakhstani Airlines level of fucking idea.
Right?
Are we gonna ship like fucking 600 Muhammads through the fucking like English Channel? How are we doing this?
600. There's 1.9 million who are displaced, you know?
What if we just send them to Africa?
I think that's what we should do.
We're trying to punish the British, right, for threatening to arrest us, for trolling them.
Okay,
we ship them all to London, specifically London.
So I do want to point out. I think it's preposterous on its face, obviously, but also it's a show of just absolute arrogance of, I guess, the managerial class of Britain to think that they could say, hey, if you say naughty words online, even if you're living in America, we could still go after you. Oh, don't be naughty. We want to control the world. These people are insane. I don't trust the British ruling class. Fuck these people. Also, they're mostly Indians anyway. Hey, what's going on, Green Skull?
That dude looks like he smells like cat piss too. Just laying it out there.
I agree.
Right? Like, I'm not saying physiognomy is fucking real, but like that dude should definitely have his hard drives checked.
All right, so like, listen, so all right, we're gonna get into our next topic because, like, listen, I have another topic for y'all. Right, here we go. Okay, so Kamala Harris, the brat, right? You know what I'm saying? She's such a brat, right? She says that because she says,
"Did you just fall out of a coconut tree?"
Yo, listen, yo. Come on, child. We're gonna fix these things on day one. Okay, so all right. This is like, yo, she says that she's gonna stop price gouging on food, right? The net profit margin of ConAgra Foods is down 1,649%. They make a net. Right. I feel like they might not be price gouging. You know what I mean? Their net profit margin is negative 19.52%.
That sounds significant. I don't know. I'm no economist, though.
All right, so here is Tyson Foods, right? You know what I mean? Right? Tyson Foods' net profit margin is fucking, fucking negative 2%.
Okay. Is that like, what's, this is what, a 10-year average?
No, this is like, you know what I mean? This is like the not 10-year average. This is like the history of 10-year history. Well, 15-year history. ConAgra profit margin.
So in 2 years, it went down a solid fucking, yeah, just about 20. Ooh. Anywhere from 20 to fucking like 7% across the board.
Listen, all right. I don't know why the news don't do what I do. Right? This took me like fucking literally 2 minutes to do. Not even 30 seconds. Took 30 seconds to do this. This broad's retarded.
Based off of this graph, aren't they like not really operating that much above basic margins?
No. Based on this graph, they're not operating at all above they're below margins.
Oh, okay. So they're losing money. Okay, cool. And we're gonna fix their price. How does that work? Can someone explain to me how that's gonna be possibly fucking done?
Yeah, I got a second question on that.
Government regulation.
Say we
The
fix
government.
price, right? When they inevitably go under, are we gonna bail them out, or are we just gonna let them sink? And if we bail them out, where's the money gonna come from?
The taxpayer.
Okay,
so
so General, you remember how like when we first started talking and you were talking to your homie and shit, right? And your homie was like, "Yo, listen, maybe we should have, like a local like organized community with a church, all these type of things, right? You know what I'm saying?"
Yeah.
And he said, "Oh my God, I think you're talking about communitarianism, right? Because Tom Peace is right. You know what I mean? And it's okay. You're right too, because you recognize it as well. Like you recognize it early, right? And all these other guys are gonna get online. What we need, and remember I was talking about this, is we need right to grow laws everywhere, right? That way you are not beholden to people who can't make money doing what it is that you want them to do. Right, you need to be able to grow your own shit. You need to be able to like have animals in your neighborhood, right? That you can like have locally, right? Because like this is not fucking sustainable. Like, bro, listen, yo, look, ConAgra, okay? Look at this, right? I don't know if you're, hang on, Brad. Let me here. Look at it. Look, negative, fucking. Yo, net cash on hand. $800,000 for a company with 2.91 billion in revenue.
Wait. Pnoid, could you briefly look up calorie per I guess like square meter, square kilometer, hectare, fucking acre, calorie per acre from factory farming versus calorie per acre from
gardening.
Gardening or whatever the fuck, just regular farming.
I think we did this when we were talking about like the automated gardening here like a year ago.
No one cares about soybeans.
I fucking hate soybeans. Yo, damn shame we lost TK. He fucking hates soybeans too.
Hang on, wait. Hang on. Gardening versus grow crop.
I know gardening's like way more fucking efficient. I don't know about calorie efficiency though. In theory, if you're growing potatoes in both, which is like the most calorie dense food you can really do out of the ground, I'd probably say gardening is more effective, at least speaking in theory, especially as per nutrition.
I mean, theoretically,
if we can't get a straight answer, we can pick a crop.
Oh
and
yeah,
then just run the numbers of efficiency as per gardening versus row farming.
Yeah, let's not do it based on potato though. Like,
potatoes, I'm just picking them because they have just about everything a person needs.
I'm thinking
Corn?
shit. Yeah, what would be a good crop? I'm thinking tomatoes off the top of my head, but
what about bell peppers?
Yeah, I mean, probably have to look at a number of different vegetables to really figure it out.
Yeah,
Like,
listen, bro.
What do you eat at your family's table? What's like a fucking common thing?
well, wheat, right?
Well, you ain't grown wheat in a garden, but you could grow potatoes in a garden because I have done it.
Yeah, you can grow potatoes. Shit, I
what I'm
wish you
getting
could
at.
grow wheat in a garden though, because like I like noodles.
Because like you can grow potatoes in like a square fucking, I think it's like a 2x2 box. You can grow like 100 potatoes.
Sorry, actually, from the chat, Dr. Sean says the only unit that matters is the BAU per meter index. That's the badass unit per meter. That's probably a legit unit.
Yeah, I think they use that down in Florida.
Mm-hmm. Makes sense. It's how many crocodiles they can pull on any given day.
Yeah, it's how they measure gator bait.
Man, listen, I can't get any good data for this.
Fuck. Okay, so efficiency of home gardens compared to industrial, unsustainable magazine.
Dude, come on. Someone's done a scientific study on this shit. It must be available.
Yeah,
Well,
I just pulled this up.
did a video on this like a year ago. Like
Yeah,
the
I
information.
I did a video on this shit at one point, right? I'm looking, hang on. Okay. Takes 3 acres of land for the industrial food system to feed the average American for a year, compared to 5% of that area, or even much less to feed a person for a year, based on balanced diet of garden vegetables. So how's it 3 acres more efficient? Right, home gardens do not duplicate meat, grains, dairy, sweeteners, soys that make up 85% of American, mostly in the form of ultra-processed, low-nutrition commodities. But these are precisely the foods largely responsible for 70% of the population being overweight and 40% obese, causing a third of the country to be either diabetic or pre-diabetic, not to mention a host of other food problems. How's that efficient? Even with all that, most of the industrial foods inefficiencies due to not using the 3 acres per person, the gargantuan cost it generates, but it doesn't pay for various true costs. Studies put in these externalities of multiple trillions per year.
I mean, like, to be absolutely fair, this is from a place called the Unsustainable Magazine, so like they might be a little bit biased.
I feel you.
According to the magazine, it takes approximately 3,920 acres to sustain one person using gardening. Or not acres, fucking 3,920 square feet. Sorry.
No, it doesn't take. Oh, feet. Okay, feet. I thought you said acres. Yeah. Like, it doesn't take 3,000 acres to sustain.
I got it wrong. Yeah, I said the wrong word. But yeah, that's I added a 1 at the end of the fucking calculator number, so it's probably just slightly off. But it's within like a 1 unit margin.
I'm looking around for anything. You know what I mean?
So how big is that? 3,920 square feet.
Yeah, convert that to acres.
Well, so it's 5% of 3 acres. So what? 5 divided by 3?
How many acres is 3,000 square feet?
You want me to do that?
Let me look it up.
0.0689 acres is exactly
So
3,000 square feet.
half an acre.
Oh,
No,
wait.
Under half an acre. It's like almost. It's a little over a 20th of an acre.
An acre is wait, hold on. An acre is 40,000 square feet.
Oh, you could feed like fucking 10 people off this shit.
Wait. An acre is 40,000 square feet. And how much did you say could sustain a person?
Like 3,900. Right? Like
that's nuts.
On 1
that's
acre
nuts.
Gardening, you could sustain 10 people.
I mean, obviously that's with like a lot of work and tilling the garden and all that kind of shit, but like,
well, when you have 10 people's hands, you can fucking do it. What if we just like brought back generational
Uncle
homes
Guns
and
is here. What up, Uncle Guns? Enclave Hardin. And motherfucking my boy Excel's out in the chat.
Hey, yo, Excel. What up?
Yo, what up, man? Welcome. Yo, he used to be my stream partner. Now I had to have a new stream partner because he disappeared like a little bitch. Right? You know what I mean? But like, listen, you know what I mean? General's here. In general, is fucking awesome. But
yo,
yeah.
we like cat and yellow fever.
Yo, listen, bro, that's gonna be your new name here soon. Like, yo, I'm gonna clip that bitch, right? Like, every time, like, fucking you come on, I'm like, yo, it's Captain Yellow Fever. But yeah, man, like, I feel like, you know, industrial farming needs to go the way of the fucking dodo bird, right? But the only again, like, all of this is literally just because, like, the bureaucrats of the state, right? The motherfuckers who, like, run the system are, like, need these type of things to continue to operate their system.
So the next question is, how do we get the TikTok bitches to hoe the right way?
I'm telling you, bro, like, I had a really good troll for this, right? What you do is, remember how, like, we were gonna, like, go on, like, live streams and had them read Mein Kampf, right?
Oh, no.
Yeah. right? You know what I mean? Like, we just send in, like, you know, fucking, like, we pay them to, like, fucking go garden, right? You know what I'm saying? Like, that's what has to happen. We need to start, like, shilling these broads to do positive things. You know what I mean? Like gardening and, like, fucking making, like, proper foods and breads and shit.
Hold up. What if we, like, almost psyop them, too, like, while we're doing it?
Wait. No, this is brilliant.
What if we have them put on, like, nicotine patches while they're doing it?
How many-
they get addicted to farming?
How many motherfucking how many OnlyFans chicks make like millions of dollars a year, right?
Not many.
I mean, I don't know. There's some of them, right?
Like
some,
1% of them. 1%.
Okay, well, whatever. Like, how many total people is that? It's like a pretty decent number, right? Because there's a lot of bitches doing OnlyFans.
Yeah.
So what you do is, you as a man, you know, you only give money to the OnlyFans bitches that are recommending gardening over the industrial farming process, and you only give those bitches money, and that is grassroots political propaganda to fuck this system. That could work.
I'm telling you, we have to attack the system where it's weakest, right? And like these
right,
are the
right in the
where it's
womans.
weakest. Yes, you have to fucking attack the system where it's the weakest. Is getting broads to garden and make their own bread and do all this type of shit. Like, I paid a OnlyFans thought one time, right, to motherfucking like make me fucking or give me a fucking chili recipe. You know what I'm saying?
I bet that chili recipe was shit. Like, to be fair.
It was complete garbage, right? But like, again, you know what I mean? Like, yo, this is how you do it. This is how you break shit.
Yeah. So, that's.
Yeah, I know. That's taking a minute to think about. Me too, man.
What if we went up to the top, right? 'Cause that's gonna directly expose dudes to farming.
Yes.
What if we got Taylor Swift to start a fucking backyard garden?
Listen, that's way too hot. You're aiming too high, right?
Okay, but that's an example. What if we could go low?
Not like we don't go for Taylor Swift. The highest we could aim is Belle Delphine, right?
Yeah. And we could, like, again, listen, I know some, like, motherfucking thoughts and shit, bro. Like, again, we can make this happen. This is not that hard, right? We just fucking take, like, the OnlyFans thoughts and we start, like, fucking paying them to fucking start gardens and shit. You know what I mean? Like, yo, you what you have to do is you have to, like, get, you know what I mean, like, Ace True Hardware, these type of people, like, listen, why don't you, like, fucking have these women who are out here, have, like, millions of dudes follow them, right? Have them start gardening and shit, right? And then, like, have all these dudes start getting exposed to, like, women, like, digging in the dirt and, like, fucking growing food.
Dude, wait, can I say this? Okay,
What up, dog?
I've noticed a trend. I've noticed a trend maybe in the past year. I don't know if it'll keep up or whatever, but I've noticed this, like, pattern. There are some OnlyFans chicks. They come onto Discord because I think that they get sick of, like, the simps in their chat, and they want to, like, talk to, like, regular people that aren't trying to pay them for pictures of their tits. And I think that I mean, theoretically, they would be the most susceptible to manipulation when they're talking to their fellow man.
So you want to, like, fucking gay ops the OnlyFans bitches into farming through Discord chats?
Yes.
On a whim.
Yes.
I feel like you don't know who we are if you think that, like, this is a new idea for us.
ass motherfuckers. Like, what fucking Ted Kaczynski pipe dream is this?
I feel like you don't know who we are if you think that we're being crazy right now.
I don't think you're being crazy. I think it's just crazy enough to work.
It is.
Hell yeah.
Right. Do you understand that, like, we got Donald Trump elected? Okay. Like, yo, we can do these type of things. We can affect the world.
I understand. Like, flippered the news off of every fucking television right before COVID.
Right. Like, you know, we can do amazing things with this tool that, like, is called the internet. Right. You know, you have to embrace, like, you know what I mean, like, the destructive power of this shit and use it against your enemies.
This is like gay fire.
Yes, it is. Right? It's like, yo, you ever seen, there was a movie, shit, it had Tim Allen in it. And it was, like, about space and shit. Fucking
Asteroid.
Yeah, asteroid, right? That's not it at all. Fucking, just like it was like Space Trek or some shit, right? Fucking, it's like one of those weird. Movies.
Star Quest.
Star Quest, yeah, Star Quest, right?
Yeah,
Fucking like yo. So what this dude did was, right, is like he had no idea how to operate this technology. Once he figured it out a little bit, what he did was he ran through like a whole bunch of like mines, right? And like he basically like ran towards the other people's ship with the mines behind him and just like took their mines and motherfucking fed them to these motherfuckers like right in front of them, right? You know what I mean? And like yo, that's what you kind of got to do. You got to take their shit and just like punch them in the face with it.
Wasn't the premise of that movie though that like no one knew how to lie except for humans?
Yeah. That's the whole point, right? So like if they're like we cannot be above, you know what I mean, like them. We have to be way below their like standards of like how they act. Right? They are giant, right? We are nimble. We have to be nimble and do nimble things, right?
Guerrilla warfare.
Guerrilla warfare, son. Right?
Bullshit warfare. The next generation of fifth generational warfare is bullshit warfare.
Yeah, right. So, like, how you break the system is like you go, listen, the beast is earning, like, again, you know what I'm saying, like the Tyson Foods motherfucking profit margin thing, right? So, hang on, bro. So, that profit margin was like negative motherfucking, like, fucking 1,684% for the year, right? I feel like they're vulnerable at the second.
We can combat systemic racism through taking down Tyson Chicken.
We can take down everything, right? Because like you attack the food, right? Like their system is weak right there. That is a weak spot in their system, and they fucking know it, right? They can't keep maintaining their system because like if the goy slop disappears, because like all of a sudden, like motherfuckers are growing their own chickens and their own bread and their own tomatoes and all these type of things, and like all of a sudden the restaurants now they no longer have like the same scale of ability for their shit. Where like back in the day, like fucking everybody bought the same things, right, from the same people, and like so they had these big giant like pieces, like these economies of scale for everything, right? And if all of a sudden like now they gotta like produce them for like the actual real cost of what it is because all of us are producing our own shit, right? Now a McDonald's like fucking cheeseburger costs like $45.
Well, in that case, much like the great 1990s movie, the food industrial complex would be falling down.
Right?
Yeah, I think I just stubbed my toe hearing that.
Good job. Yeah, Tatsuaki, the state is not trying to ban people farming their own land. No, it's not something that they're trying to do. Right.
Hey, yo, it's gaming.
Yeah,
What
gaming's
up?
in the chat. You know what I mean? Right. So that's kind of where I feel like all this can be solved. Right. You know what I mean? We can break this bitch. We just got to work at it. You know what I mean? It's not that hard.
Are you saying that with enough enough working together in friendship, we can make things better?
You just made it sound really gay. I feel like we should just now go back to the man pile because you made it sound super gay.
Oh shit! It's actually gaming. You fucking
Shit,
showed up.
speaking of gay, what up, gaming?
Yo,
What's going
Listen,
on?
you fucking little sucker shit. When I show up in the goddamn chat and I say something, you fucking acknowledge me.
I did.
I thought I did.
Yeah.
I thought we
You
did. Yeah, I thought we
fucking
did.
gorilla. No, you didn't say shit to me, you fucking asshole.
I'm sorry, man. Listen, like yo,
No,
I
no, no, no,
apologize.
no, no,
Like,
no,
I
no,
thought I
no.
said
You
some shit.
apologize better than that.
I'm sorry, gaming. Listen, you know I love you. You know what I'm saying? All the gay.
Yo, you make it down here, he'll make you a Philly cheesesteak.
Now, how about like yo, listen, you know what I mean? We sing a donut song together. You want to sing a donut song together?
No, I'm mad at you.
Okay.
But I accept your apology, but I'm still mad. And with that, gay bashing.
That's my homosexual friend, gaming.
Yo, everybody should have a gaming.
Yeah, gaming is one of the nicest guys ever. He's just so nice for no reason.
Yeah, if you couldn't tell from that little insert.
Welcome to my side of the internet. A lot of weird motherfuckers out here, right? But yeah, so I mean, yeah, like so that's kind of where everything is at the moment.
So we covered how to fix it. We didn't actually cover like what the problem is going to look like. I'm gonna keep it a buck.
Gaming said he's going to insert something. By the way, welcome Gaming back to the chat.
So say Kamala does quote unquote
Kamala is literally just saying whatever she needs to say to get fucking elected because she's fucking dumb. She's looking for somebody to blame for the problems.
Oh yeah.
Okay.
Let's stop talking about solutions. Let's go back to the problem. Kamala Harris is a dumb cunt.
Okay, so she's dumber than a bag of hammers, right?
Yeah.
But like on the same point, what if she actually did it?
I mean, that would be retarded.
I mean, she could, but really bad things would happen.
Listen, again, price gouging. First off, price gouging should be legal, but it is illegal already. So, there's nothing that she can do. She's gonna write a law that already says, I really mean it, right? You know what I mean? And nobody's price gouging, so nobody's actually breaking the law, so nothing will happen.
Well, I think she's just gonna tax him more, likely.
She can't tax him. She can't tax them.
She can try, but what is she going to do? She's going to write a law, and she's going to go, the government will be really angry if you do this. And
Didn't
then
we just say anything was possible, right? I believe the government can out-stupid itself.
That's fair. I can't disagree with that. That's fair. Yeah.
Yeah, again, so it's like them literally going, listen, we'll go back and we'll redo the civil rights law to say hey, look, we really mean it this time. You know what I mean? And they'll just ignore it again. They don't fucking care. This is all not real. It's all fake and gay, right? She's gonna do some ceremonial thing on day one where she goes, here, I promise you I was gonna fix the price gouging. Here. No more price gouging, right? And then there's already a law against price gouging, and they're gonna be like, yeah, shut up, right? Listen, we're just doing this as a fucking as a ceremonial thing.
Yeah, what is wrong with this fucking dumbass bitch?
She's brat. She's
brat. I'm seriously
she fell out of the coconut tree.
She's saying all of this shit that is it's like she would say, I'm gonna make illegal stuff illegal.
She's brat.
Okay, I'm gaming. Have you ever heard of the women elections?
Uh-huh.
We should have a set of elections just for women where they get to vote on Barbie or Hillary Clinton, right? So they make them feel like they're included, but then we just throw the votes out.
But
right?
women shouldn't be able to vote. I mean, women
are. Of course they shouldn't. But
I mean, they're things.
Okay.
They're objects.
But this is to make them feel
they're not
included.
meant to think.
New compromise. Men get to vote for the president. Women get to vote for the vice president. I think that's fair.
No,
that's super fair. They get to vote for the vice president. They've earned it.
No,
they get to vote for.
They haven't earned nothing. No.
Yeah, I mean, you gotta remember, she was handpicked by Hillary Clinton, and she doesn't actually have any policies, right? She doesn't care. She wants to be brat, right? I've been writing Substacks recently, right? One of my Substacks is about this is the real bread and circuses. Right, and what it is she'll just bring up fucking Migos and Cardi B and fucking Megan Thee Stallion or whatever, and then she'll diddy bop over to her motherfucking podium and shit and lean back and with the fucking smoke and shit and go yeah, how y'all feeling tonight? Right, she literally is just there for the ride.
You did that a little too good.
Yeah,
no,
I mean, listen.
Don't.
Yeah, but I'm saying,
when
fucking,
you're all gaying me, that's not cool, sir.
This is what she's doing, though.
Yeah,
she's that
but
one
when
chick.
you're doing it too close to her, you're.
I mean, I've been studying this.
Dangerous step.
Okay, but she's the one chick that got way out of her depth trying to suck dick to get more weed money.
Well, I mean, that's how she got into power, by sucking dick.
Yeah, we all know.
Yeah, but I think she just kind of rode the wave. I don't think any of this was intentional. She doesn't seem conniving enough. She just seems she almost seems like somebody put a golden retriever in office.
Gaming. I gotta go take a shit. You're in charge.
Okay.
I would like to agree. I think that Kamala Harris doesn't strike me as intelligent or conniving enough to actually achieve this level of power. She just kind of got she like failed upwards until here she is, and we all know that she's a dumb cunt. But the Democrats were so, I guess, like demoralized from the Biden presidency that now that Kamala has gotten in, they're having a honeymoon phase with her, and they love her so much. Mama, she fell out of the coconut tree. She's brat. But at the end of the day,
I mean, how bad the elections were for her. Like when she was running the first time, that she didn't even get a single vote, or how she actually called Biden racist.
Yeah, dude, in the original primaries for the 2020 election, Donald Trump actually got more votes than Kamala Harris did, which is laughable and funny. But like the fact that the Democrats are acting as though she's like some sort of skilled politician, no, she failed upwards because of DEI. Like I think that should be obvious to anyone, but you know, is what it is. I guess she is the Kamala Harris. And the Democratic Party has put what is it, $300 million into her war casket to fight this bullshit. We've seen nothing but shills online.
I love how they're all saying like, oh, how smart she is and all this other shit, and how they're gonna make the debate to like a few days before the actual election. Wasn't it like a few days or a couple of weeks before the we started voting?
I heard nothing on that.
Yeah,
I
it's
just
supposed
heard
to
she
be.
wasn't gonna debate.
No, she's supposed to do maybe one. They had the one planned, and I think it's in August or September or something like that. I don't know, but it's before they start setting up the votes for the early voting and stuff. You know.
You know what? You know what bothers me? Everybody's like really focused on this, but there's also just no energy. Like, I think it's gotten bad enough that people just kind of they're not even really excited about it anymore, which is interesting.
I mean, they're pretending.
Well,
no,
left and right. I think that both sides are fucking exhausted. Too many things have happened. We're tuckered out. I mean, shit. Like in the past 2 months, like Trump got shot, Biden got out, Kamala Harris is now president. Some shit happened in Britain, the Ukraine, and the Israeli bullshit keeps happening. Some other stuff that I'm forgetting off the top of my head.
China, Taiwan.
You know what? One of my favorite things that I know
it's too many things, bro.
I know Russia is like the second strongest country in Russia, which is pretty damn good.
Yeah, 100%. What I'm saying is, I think that when it comes to the American election, I think that Americans left and right are they're tired, they're tuckered out. They cannot produce the same amount of energy for either candidate as they came out to produce for the 2016 or the 2020 election because number one, their brains are fried, too many things are happening. Number two, they're struggling harder than ever. You know, I mean, shit. Like their wages are not increasing in response to the inflation of all of the other shit that they have to buy. Like Americans are tuckered out. It is no wonder that this is a relatively low energy election.
They can't make any more promises even.
No, they can't because it's all lies. Yeah.
I mean, it's all a complete bullshit. I mean, the whole thing about the tips and like this bitch, wasn't Biden the one who just fuck us over with tips?
I don't know about tips, right? I just know
that.
Yeah,
I think he's the one who started putting tax on tips.
Oh yeah, he was the one who hired what was it, like 86,000 new IRS investigators to specifically, I guess, look at like a whole bunch of waiters and waitresses' tips or whatever the fuck it was. Yeah, I mean, it's all fucked.
The waiters and waitresses can just go work at the IRS. I hear they have 86,000 new jobs opening.
Oh hell yeah. No, I mean, like I said, the American people are obviously fucking tuckered out. I'm tuckered out. Anyone else feel tuckered out?
Definitely. That's why I don't even watch the news that much. Like, I
Yeah.
really have to hear something important before I can pay attention to it.
Mm-hmm.
But for the
I
most
feel
part,
ya.
I'm just so sick of it all.
When I want to find something out, I just come here, right? Like this is that normally the streams are like splintered apart, right? Like one after the other doesn't really have anything to do with itself, right? But this has almost felt more like episodes.
What?
What up? Welcome back.
Man, listen, I had to shit, bro.
Hey.
I was gonna say, did you leave a smile on her face?
I had to shit, dude. Yo, listen, I had to shit. Like, it was what it
Yo,
was.
yeah. So Pnoid, we were just talking about how the average American that is trying to pay attention to politics is probably at this point fucking tuckered out. Do you agree?
Yeah, like you're like you're gonna get burned out of this bullshit eventually. You know what I mean? Like it leads to like this depression, this deep depressive, like terrible thing where you're like, this all seems dumb and bad, right? Like I was telling you, like, bro, like listen, I told this bro today, I was like, you know, JD Vance on Trump's side, he literally said he wanted to breed his own people out of his race. You know what I mean?
He said that?
Yeah, he did say that.
Well, he didn't quite say that.
He did.
He said something similar to that.
Yo, Tommy's running the stream. You want to find the link, General?
No.
I mean, like I can find the link.
I don't find proof for the shit I say. I just go on the internet and bullshit.
Dude, it's a symptom of the yellow fever.
It might be.
Dude, if you don't just say shit on the internet, you're not living.
Mm-hmm.
Shit. Gaming, what have you been playing lately?
Same old garbage.
I thought I seen you play something different recently.
Well, I mean, I do play Duel Links. What's the one? League of Legends. I do play some Street Fighter, Mortal Kombat, but my main game still League of Legends, which I always tell everybody don't play it. I only recommend people who I wish death or hate on to play League of Legends.
Yeah, if you guys want to watch like Eternal Suffering, this guy has a he has a Twitch channel. It's pretty good. I recommend it.
I mean, if you want to feel better about yourself and hear a fag scream about how much he hates life and games, yeah, definitely hit me up.
I you know, on the same level, I used to play Hearthstone, and I would never
Stop talking. Stop
I would never recommend anyone play
Why are you
Hearthstone.
finding people that hate themselves?
Hell yeah.
Jesus Christ. Are we gonna bring on Fox next? And he's gonna say about how he fucking listens to emo music?
Could bring on some motherfucker who plays like Valorant or Overwatch. That too.
Oh god, no, those are pedophiles.
Ah.
Yeah, no, like fucking you play shit like that, instant fucking list for me.
I kind of want to play Call of Duty 6, but I'm not sure.
You guys want to play Fortnite and Minecraft later?
We could play Worms later.
Yo, I'm down for that.
Yo, you guys, we could
wanna
always
play
just sit here and
Worms?
watch Tom play pool.
That
Yeah.
too. That too.
Yo, Worms is the shit.
I don't think I've ever played it. I think somebody recommended me to play the game, but I haven't really.
Yo, Worms
seen-
is the shit, man. Y'all should all play Worms with us. I mean, I don't know why it's so like. I think it's like, how much is it now, General?
When you and I bought it was like $5. I don't know how much it is right now.
I think it's like.
Oh no, that'll break my bank. You kidding me?
Shit.
Shit. Yeah, it was
Shit,
like
man.
$5 on Steam when we bought it, right? Like,
Oh,
you know what I mean?
jeez.
And like, so we were like, listen, we're gonna play some Worms. It's fucking fun and it's awesome.
I mean,
How
we
did you-
all.
how did you
I mean,
get
we did
Tom
had
to
a
get
blast
Steam?
playing Among Us. That was the shit.
Oh, Among Us is good too. Like I would always be down to play Among Us.
Yeah, I love playing.
But-
that shit.
But you can't really have a conversation when you're playing Among Us. It is literally just playing Among Us.
Yo,
I'm-
yeah,
General.
when I got a
what if we
huge
got
group
Tom
of
to
us
play
together
Minecraft?
playing Among Us, it was fucking amazing.
I've never played Minecraft. I don't think Tom has ever played Minecraft.
Yeah, I don't.
was
Yeah,
gonna
I don't
say.
I'm not going to play Minecraft.
Yeah, I'm probably
What
not
is it?
going
What
to
if-
either.
I think that'd be the funniest fucking thing ever. Right? That's like watching a chimpanzee smoke a blunt.
That's
Tell-
way cooler, bro. That's way cooler than me playing Minecraft.
And tell him, be like,
no.
how do I make a pickaxe?
It's like watching someone my age try and drive a stick shift.
All right. Yeah.
How old are you?
21.
Ugh.
Fuck
Ugh.
that.
Those
You know, this
damn
in general
kids.
can't drive a stick shift either, and gaming can't drive at all.
Well, no,
Yeah,
gaming can
but I know
exclusively
how to
drive
drive
stick shift.
a stick shift better than any of you. So
I was gonna say you can exclusively drive stick shift.
I can do all the things. I can drive any. I've drove cranes and trains and
yeah.
bulldozers.
But can you do it with your ass?
Yes.
I mean, I've never seen you stick a stick shift in your ass, but if you
I'm not
say
putting it in
yes-
my ass. I mean, I
No,
can
no,
just
no, no,
bump
no.
it. I can
No,
bump
I
it where
said-
it needs to
I
go.
With
said-
the
I said
ass
with your
cheeks, right?
Yeah, and not,
Nigga,
he wants
next
to put
time-
it in my ass, like, because he's a fucking weirdo. Stop being weird, baby.
I was gonna say next
Stop
time we
being
go and
weird.
play pool, dude, I'm gonna have to watch my fucking back.
It's funny that Pino
That's
always
not
says
skibbity,
stop
though.
It's funny that Pino always says stop being weird, but when he sends me messages in private, he's telling me the opposite. Like, why
Yeah,
is
man,
that?
listen, would you, like, number one, stop being weird. And then number two, you know what I mean? You're not being skibbity right now, okay?
Yeah, you
Why-
gotta be Ohio, bruh.
Yeah. Like, fucking,
Well,
yo,
that's
have you
gross.
converted to Islam yet?
Sorry, I'm too much of an Idaho to.
What the fuck?
Would you like to hear the good
Not-
word about Riz?
I'm not a fan of this, but and I'm an atheist, so
Listen, you should convert to Rizlam.
I'm no.
It sounds like you're trying to stay cringed him. Like, you shouldn't be that.
I mean, I prefer it though.
Where are you
Stupid.
finding
This
Then
is
you have
the
to-
stupidest fucking thing.
You have to wear a whole new
So
outfit,
great, bro. It's so great.
and this is too much.
Yeah, you
This is top tier fucking brain rot, dude. Where did you find this?
Listen,
You don't think being here talking to you guys is not the same thing?
I mean,
Bro. We ascend to all of the mountains, including Brain Rot Mountain.
Yes, we have to. Like, if you don't add the brain rot in, then like you're not balancing it out between like the extremely
to-
depressive nonsense. You know what I mean?
need
And
to
like the
balance your
complete
brain rot
nonsense.
chakras.
Yeah. Right. There's like this extremely depressive, terrible, horrible, awful world we live in. And then there's, you know what I mean, Rizlam. Right? You know what I mean? They're opposite ends of the spectrum.
Mm.
It's about balance.
And you should hate both.
It's about
Yeah.
balance, okay? It's highly important. You know what I mean? We stick our gat out for the Rizzler around here.
I hear if you say Rizlam 3 times in the mirror at 3 a.m., people start throwing glass bottles at your house.
I
As well they
hear,
should.
I hear if you say Rizlam 3 times in the mirror at 3 a.m., you're like random bitches just come to your house delivering pizzas.
I mean, if I do that, will Gambino appear in front of me?
Rizlam.
What did you say?
Oh shit! Hold on, guys.
By the way, that was my dick doing that.
Why are you dicking down a fucking piece of upholstery?
Well, you
I'm
know how
bored.
it, gaming likes those fucking skinny dudes. You know what I mean? Like fucking, they're a
Wait,
carpenter's
since
dream.
when?
Oh,
They're,
that was
there
just
you go.
the
They're a carpenter's dream, flat as a board and never been nailed. You know?
No, I like
I've
a
never
guy
heard
with
that
practice.
before.
Oh man, listen, yo, that was an old school joint. Fucking like you heard about his girlfriend. Like, yeah, it's fucking, she's a carpenter's dream, flat as a board and never been nailed. Takes on new meaning now as an adult when you think about it.
Yeah.
Yo, just like a lot of the old jokes we used to have, we didn't really realize how terrible they were back then. Like a double meanings and the entendres that you could fucking put to them.
You're like, oh, after 20 years, I get it now.
I get it. So, General, you want to lose some worms?
Well, I'm willing to win some worms. To be fair.
I mean, if you're willing to win some worms, you could lose some worms.
Yo, we should get fucking
I'll fire it up.
Spectre in on this shit. We could have betting on who's gonna fucking win worms.
All this sounds pretty disgusting. So
Yo, man,
I was
listen,
good.
I'm debating on voting for RFK just because, like, of its brain worm. you
Yo,
know?
I'm already voting for Kamala Harris.
I'm thinking about voting for RFK just because he dumped a dead bear in fucking Central Park.
I
I
agree.
mean, that's pretty gangster, though.
That's fucking based.
It is.
Who just dumps a dead bear in fucking that?
A
We need to
fucking
dump
a
more
fucking
dead
badass
bears.
who doesn't give a shit if he's caught by the law. That's
Exactly. We need to dump more dead bears in Central Park. That's what I've learned from this.
I mean, bear lives matter, though.
Not that bear, buddy.
who. Well,
Oh,
which
okay.
which lives matter more? Black bear lives or brown bear lives?
Brown.
Ooh.
I don't know.
Actually, I would probably go with black, because the black ones are least least dangerous. Because
Yeah,
the brown ones will fucking eat you alive.
I'm gonna say, but the brown ones are like scholars and scientists too.
No, fuck the brown ones. Those are the bad ones.
Well, they
Those
kind
are the
of
ones that will murder you.
they
The
kind of
black ones are too small. They
yeah.
they can fuck you up, but they're not gonna really.
They
murder
kind of bears are kind of like the inverse of humans. The black ones are the small, timid ones, and the brown ones are the ones that will murder you.
Unless you're in England.
Fair point.
Then they're exact
In
same
England,
ones.
they're all
the same way, yeah.
comparable to like porcupines on bath salts.
I mean, sounds like a normal day here in Florida.
You don't have porcupines there, I don't think.
You don't know that.
No, I'm like that was like more of a question than like
You don't know.
And that's my answer.
you guys have porcupines?
I mean, we have a lot of invasive species right now.
Also, don't you live
never
in
know.
Texas?
You never know.
I could have swore you lived in Texas.
I mean, originally, but I lived in Florida my entire life.
Yo, pick a gay state.
Florida. Florida's a gay state.
They're both so gay.
I
Wait,
mean,
I don't
but-
know which is gayer at this point. Fucking Texas or California. I'm unsure.
I don't know either.
I'm gonna watch somebody get their ass kicked at Worms.
I want to see what the fuck this. Why am I look? I don't want to be looking at you, worm Pnoid.
Oh shit! Wait. This takes place in Iraq, right?
Yes.
Yes.
Are you guys even paying attention to the goddamn chat?
Not really.
I'm
God damn
kind
it.
of reading it through. Yo, I'll read chat. What do we
Well,
got?
I mean, I'm looking at the chat, but I mean,
Yo,
Oh.
please.
Here. I mean,
Yo,
GTS
read the
Who's-
chat. Read the
Who's
chat.
GTF?
Tatsuaki says, well, I'm voting for Trump because I'd rather not see nukes drop, but meh. Tatsuaki, no, polar bears' lives matter, and also a lot more, the others are less important.
That man will say stuff like that, and then he'll just like release like ancient fucking esoteric knowledge about the Orthodox. He's a fucking trip.
Pretty fucking based, actually.
Hang on, I'm waiting on my shit to figure it out.
Yeah,
Shit's
no. Yo, your internet is like fucking old people fucking, right? You know, it's slow and sloppy.
But it gets the job done.
It does. He makes uploads.
I mean, like, it's been fine recently. I don't know if it's going to work live streaming.
Oh,
know what I mean?
GTF lives in California. My condolences, my dude.
I feel you.
Yo, Navi does do that Orthodox thing there, but like, I thought you were. Are you more like a Catholic?
Ooh, what?
Fucking I'm
fucking
reading
Takai.
chat and such. Fucking
Oh.
yeah,
Tatsuya
what
Kai.
Pnoid's supposed to be doing, you know?
Who's hot as fuck?
California apparently.
California's
But, like-
hot as fuck.
I'm talking about fucking. I think I had him named Suritzen in your server.
Tatsukai. Protestants are only chill when they're Mormons.
I mean, yeah, the Mormonism is the correct Protestant religion.
Yo, this guy, he's like, I swear he's Slavic, but it's weird that he's following like an English path of religion. This is it's like
Yeah,
seeing
he-
something like rare out in the wild.
Remember, Pnoid, I used to be a Mormon.
You did?
Mm-hmm.
Is he fucking with me?
Nope.
Yo, Pnoid, I'm chilling, man. Are you gonna show up?
Yo, how'd you go from sister wives to like fucking 20 bears?
By saying, you know what? I think I prefer dick over God, and then I became an atheist.
I'm working on it, Jen. All right, give me
So,
a second,
like-
okay?
I'm sure you got it, bro.
I feel like when you choose dick over God, you can never have the hell fucked out of you.
Yeah, but if we're all God, then Dick is God.
This is so fucking Reddit. I
Look,
can't
all
stand
I
it.
want is dick, so I don't care. If you want to call yourself God and you want to dick me, then that's fine.
I mean,
Why
I-
is everyone
General.
here? Why is everyone here from Florida?
I like to think my dick is good.
I don't know. I've never eaten dick before. I couldn't really answer whether or not any flavor of dick. Are there flavors? Gaming.
Yes, there's definitely flavors.
All right, I'm in there,
There's
dog.
we good.
teriyaki sauce. There's Alfredo. There's
Fuck.
there's
Yeah,
even there's even pussy tasting dick. I mean,
You've answered the question, right? I've never understood why bitches enjoy sucking dick, right? Or at least
Mhm.
the ones that do.
I like eating
guess there-
pussy.
I guess I agree. I completely agree, General. There's just something better about it. But like, I now understand this shit. Fucking, all it took was a gay man to understand women. Fucking wild times.
mhm.
I agree.
Can't stand gays. Well, no. I don't know. I'm reading chat.
I mean, I hope he's not standing over me. Like I would.
He ran history at us.
Battle of Blizzard.
Alright.
Oh,
That's fucked up. Tom.
Yeah.
Yo, this guy's like an encyclopedia, but I put him on the
and I see Logan fucking like that. So there's like the Bedford Bridge. This guy he held like a portion of the bridge. He had like built to try and like flank the other army, and he held this bridge by himself, for like an hour, like to 2 hours, and he got stabbed like 25 times. Like he got stabbed like a ridiculous amount of times, and the way that he killed this guy, the way that the Anglos killed this guy, is that the under the bridge like stabbed.
store
Like a pretty major battle. Like it was very important, like historically. But what this guy did was so impressive that it's like the battle. Like
Multiple guys in big deal.
this nigga like 25 times like in years.
That's
That's the level, nigga. My dick. So
This reminds me of the fun, right? And it's like, you know, make like one.
that's great as well.
I don't know,
If it's not though, just gotta.
it's a shot.
Exactly.
I'm just gonna throw fucking yeah.
Shit, wait, Irishman?
Yes.
Well, you know,
I see you guys playing this game. Well,
Fun ass.
like just
I know.
worms, you'd never guess that fucking serve.
You know what's a really good game
Exactly.
that it's free to play and everybody should really play? Characters. There's like 2 characters. You could have seen it, but if you pay me for that game, I play. But the game,
Nailed it.
going to pay you tomorrow.
It's like one day.
Yeah,
I feel you. Right. Like I use okay.
I heard it.
No.
We've heard people say they are brat.
He's like, she's so brat. I was like,
What is Kamala's phenotype?
Most
What phenotype? I mean, like,
just hard.
I don't see her as a woman.
Oh,
right?
she is, dude. That bitch is
Yeah,
high
definitely.
on her tongue.
She almost sounds more like a fucking bitch. Understand?
The time is like ever again.
he unburdened him.
Basically. Or it's like one of those. Rain does indeed rain.
She's ridiculous.
Yellow ball.
That's dumb.
It's not my fault.
Not my fault, yo ass.
Republicans are the guy who counseled off of.
Yeah, teachers put up those figures. Who gives a fuck? They're back. I'll see on the wall. That's what I see.
Do you think not Gandhi? Google. Do you think Jack?
He was a Freemason, actually.
I guess names can just happen.
Yeah, what is interesting though, a lot of actually stories were in around the time of the Jack, and change. He people think that he was in, but yeah, so was he?
I feel like
There are the Jack the Freemason, or he's like a new Freemason. So, like girls, sure on the slide, but and he spelled. People think they.
Yeah, because he's playing his. I really don't care about people. I actually don't think so.
Your game.
That is a fucking gory comic. He's gay.
And the ultimate game. Okay.
I think Muffin Man and like the best schizo. I think like all the other schizos get all their ideas from that.
Who the fuck is Muffin Man?
I mean, it's a good
I think he's the
possibility.
ultimate schizo.
But
Yeah,
you
because
don't
like
know
the
the
fusion of
Muffin Man?
innovation or innovation theory. Muffin Muffin Man is like this insane schizo dude who like he believes computers are the summon demons.
Yo,
That's
listen,
what
we're gonna end the stream, but we're gonna keep playing the fucking game. Y'all wanna come hang out? Come to the Discord. I'm gonna holla at y'all.
Gotcha.
Gotcha. Yeah, you're good. Okay.